like coconut. Yeah, tricky. You keep a little bit close because we got the truck behind. Not sure straight. Not good right there. Now it's fixed. I'm got back to my phone, right? Hello. That's definitely not sitting still. They have to put like a flat box, but they usually do it like in front of all the little boxes. So make sure that shit to the side. So now when I open up the door, have to be careful. It's definitely not that. Look, there's already a package right there. All good. That's good. I should have brought my phones back here. This is the nicest thing. Let's try this. Try it ready. Gotcha, so trailer. Long way. 42.74. Now we're going to Jacksonville. Probably for that. Put it inside the garden. Alright, that says 128 miles, 2 hours, 18 minutes. 128, okay, so everything matches. After half a mile, turn left. Alright, so we're about to see a second out in Jacksonville. We'll finally put our trailer, container, on the taxi. We got a quick, but it's just about to schedule the parking time. It could take a little bit longer. Do this. I'll do it now. 6. Yeah, but you gotta make sure you check everything on these containers because a lot of times the chassis have a lot of problems. I've had to report a lot of chassis as unusable. A lot of times drivers, they take them, they don't care. But the thing is, there's a lot of DOT on my route. And I'm not trying to have a problem with DOT. I have to push it to every angle. Only got about 6 minutes left on my second parking lot. All I have to do now is do a light check. Make sure they're ready. Complete. Great. I'm gonna be low loading. Should have hit that button early. Seriously? On BOL load. Alright, now we're through. We got a 2 hour and 5 minute drive. 1:15. We're going back to Ocala. Brake lights, turn signal, turn signal. Alright. We're gonna put the serial number in. Ready for outgate. I usually take a screenshot. Alright, everything's still destroyed. I take a screenshot because sometimes the outgate glitches. Look at that. I do the like grease off my hand though. You put trailer grease or any of the grease stuff on the fifth wheel or on these trailers on your clothes, but like I was saying, good luck on getting it off your clothes. I prefer to get it on my hands than on my clothes, that's for sure. I believe the truck had wipes. These aren't really hand wipes, but as long as it gets the grease off, it doesn't matter to me. Alright, so we're ready basically check out on the app side. Now all we have to do is check out on the location. Check out the location, we'll put it near the exit. We're at the exit now. Ever since I got back to, you gotta always stop at stop signs because that camera's AI generated, even if it's not a major road stop. No problem. But ever since I started here at the Florida AFP, I'm not gonna say my company name for obvious reasons. But ever since I started here, I've noticed that the people here at the CSX yards, this one and at Tampa, no, the one in Winter Haven, Florida, they're very nice. Which when I first started at the AFP and I went to the CSX yard for the first time, I was not expecting, because I was so used to the one in New Jersey, which was very chaotic. The one in Kearney, New Jersey, that one was very chaotic, and the staff there were very rude, very rude. So the first time I went to the location and I was confused, I spoke to the staff. They were very nice. Not at the Jacksonville terminal, CSX yard, but the one in Lake. I was gonna say Lake. The one in Winter Haven, they were very nice, which caught me off guard. I thought they were offered could be extremely angry. Yeah, I've had a lot of good experiences while working at this company here in Florida. My only thing is, I hated that Miami ride because my company is based off in Central Florida, like the Orlando area. So Miami's like 3 hours away, and when I tell you that drive was horrible, it was a long drive, and once the sun came up, the drivers were absolutely horrible. I was getting cut off left and right. Basically, I put it on the same scale. Phone call. I put it on pause real quick. So my parking slip is taken. My parking slip is taken, so I'm gonna park in 120. But yeah, like I was saying with these containers, you have to be extra careful because the way that they're angled with these Amazon trucks, they will rip. These containers will rip your electrical line, your green electrical line. So yeah, you just gotta be extra cautious. Like for me, I don't care if anybody's looking. I will back and forward this trailer as many times as I have to, because when I was at my previous company and I was still new to these containers. This was like when I first started at my last company. I completely ripped my green wire. Mind you, when I started at that company, they warned us. Well, they warned me that these containers, the lines will rip. And yeah, it happened to me. I mean, it's definitely a learning experience. Oh, so yeah, I received a phone call from an OTR company. They also offer like regional and stuff like that. But even though I love working for an AFP, you gotta go where the money is. And then at the same time, I'm not 100% certain if I want to go OTR. It's just very complicated because it's like I want more money. With the stress of being a truck driver, we deserve to get paid. This job is too stressful to be getting paid chump change. So I feel like I should be getting paid a little bit more. Like I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking to be fairly compensated. Ooh, I had a brain fart right there. Let's just forget that happened. And then it would be way more. Like what they're offering is like 2 times more than what I'm currently making, which would be absolutely amazing. Alright, so I'm picking up an empty from this location and taking it to Davenport, Florida, which is where my yard is located. So from there, the shift will be over. It's been a long day. I'm glad that me hauling this container today went good. He made me get to this location safely. And the cruise control on this truck doesn't work either. So I literally was going 63 the entire way because this truck is governed at 65, but it only goes 65 if it's in cruise control. Then I was asking a lot of questions as well. We were on the phone for 25 minutes, so because if I'm considering going back OTR or regional, because that was my first job, not at PM Transportation, but being OTR in general. Yeah, I worked for US Express, 181. Alright, gain traction. I'm not even pressing the accelerator hard. But Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I'm getting paid more than I am at this job and more than I was getting paid when I was working for US Express, which it is. Which is amazing. I just hope he wasn't selling me a wet fart, if you know what I mean. He seemed like a pretty genuine guy, but I told him I'd think about it. But I need time to think about that because OTR and local are two different things. Even though you're doing the same thing, which is driving, you're away from everyone you love. And I'm picking up another container. 086 right there. Great. And I'm pretty sure if it's the location that I think I'm going to, my location's tight. Extremely tight. Just like that.